Hello everyone. Today I'm here to speak about inclusive education and embracing it with love. What according to is inclusive education? It is like seeing so many kids who are not being accepted with from the society with grace. Where do we see the inclusiveness in all parts of education? Here in DIDAC and different summits when we come across, we see lots of people talking about different curriculum, different syllabus, different states, different international curriculum, and very few come across to this that what is inclusive education. This is there are 5 types of inclusiveness which we can do in school. One is with taking them into mainstream system. When we talk about mainstream system, how many schools are ready to take these children? Since I was dealing with these children for many years, I came across many admissions, many parents who were always coming to me and saying that their child is not accepted in the mainstream school. Why he was not accepted? My question was why he was not accepted to so many educationists who are not looking into this arena of education. Reason being because these kids come up with some hyper potential or hyper energy. That is ADHD, Down syndrome, cerebral palsy, or autism. What is autism? Why should we integrate them? We should include them in the mainstream school. We should include them because when we talk about moral values inculcating in our students, we normally we all say that values are not caught and taught, they are to be experienced. We are not teaching them values through moral science books. But when we include these children in our day-to-day system and when they're included with the normal children, we will see that the student is automatically developing the first power is empathy. How does empathy and love come in a student? It is when he's accepting these students with grace and love. First and foremost, I want to ask that do we need special educators for this? Yes, we do need. When the child is hyper, we do need special educators. But I want to appeal to all the educationists that why special educators? Why not us? We all can be a special educator provided we change our mindset. These kids are just differently abled. They are not disabled. First of all, I always disagree with this term disability because disability is a word which we taboo these children that they are disabled. They are not able to do this. I would always, and I have requested many of the authorities in the government that change this word disability to I am able, I am special, what is my ability? Recognize for my ability. Once we recognize them for their ability, every teacher can be a special educator. We do require when the child is, when I talk about autism, when I talk about Down syndrome, when I talk about ADHD, if we say special needs schools are required, yes, according to me, they are required. Why are they required and when are they required? They are required when the child has 40% ability to understand a system. He is not able to cope up with the mainstream at all. When his demand and supply of medicines is every half an hour. I have been dealing with these children for many years, and I have realized that there are certain kids who need special attention time to time, that is minute to minute. That can only be done by any teacher with little bit of more knowledge. The knowledge is not about all the book knowledge or the degrees which we know. It's all about your experience, all about how you are going to accept and engage and embrace them with what they have. These kids are provided with abundance of different abilities which one has to just recognize it, like the ability to with numbers. Sometimes they are good with sports, sometimes with arts, sometimes with music, sometimes with just language. It takes just few years for you to recognize that what they are good at. Just let them and channelize their energy into this field rather than including them into mainstream. At present, the system which I'm petals where I'm developing a curriculum, I realized that there was a child who has multiple problems, but her IQ level was 50% good. What made me think was the child came and she was not taken in any school. The challenge was to accept her on wheelchair all the time, to lift her up and to take her to the class, put her in the chair and take her around, send her back. It was difficult, but it was not impossible. It's over just few months we have made this possible. The father is very happy. The child takes a mic and speaks on the mic. The child can do n number of things which she has never done. She's a 14-year-old. There are examples from 4-year-old to 60-year-old I have seen that what changes it has come when you have shown them love and acceptance. There's a lady who got paralyzed at the age of at very early age, and I remember that her own family did not accept her for some time. The children were running away from her. The joint family system was not very accepting to whatever she has done, whatever has happened. One has to remember that man proposes and God disposes. So when we are making certain plans in life, it hits us very badly. Same lady has brought up those kids fighting the system, fighting against all odds, and proving to the society that anything is possible once you're determined. I take pride in saying that that lady is none other than my own mom. I have been brought up by a mom who is a warrior, who is a fighter, who has fought against all odds with all the physical and mental abilities. And here stands an example who's just doing what I felt I should have done when I was a kid or when I was a young teacher. Okay, I couldn't do it then, but now with my experience, as time passes by, I'm trying to spread this awareness to more and more people that please be empathetic, please show love. Government is doing so many things for them. Government, the 30% reservation for special needs children is available. But how many of us know about it? How many of us use that? Children who are coming from economically weaker background, or who are staying in slums, or who are not staying in metro cities, how do we reach out to them and tell them? I was in a state, Assam, where a very good school was not aware of NIOS, which exists for these special needs children. I was very happy to introduce this system in their school and make them realize that how many opportunities government is giving them. One has to realize that with these kids, if they pass a board exam or just an exam certificate, n number of jobs are waiting for them. There's a chain of hotel called Lemon Tree Hotels, which is giving them jobs. One can go on the website and check. But I would, if we see on the whole, if we see this summit or any other summit, there are thousands and thousands of schools across India, which if we multiply those schools into number of teachers, I feel special educator is not a subject per se, that it has to be dealt with. Only special educators can teach these children. It has to be a personality trait. I feel that anything is possible, and please do not recognize them for what they do not have. Please accept them with grace, empathy, love, engage them, empower them, and use their potential to the maximum. It's just a matter of time, and I'm sure that every teacher who's present here, every manager, every management, director, heads, students will understand this, because this is really, India is really changing. So is special education system in our country. And I'm sure with time, there'll be many, many, many more people voicing this without any degree of special education. Thank you.